dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. The 12th man, Warden, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end. Shows up, shows out, and creates the first takeaway of this football.
Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. It's complete to the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And the Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Runs through a tackle. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be.
Turning it on. Continues to fight for yards. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Caught in the backfield. It's Flanagan. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling it, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is because, as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Inside the 30. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Flips it out in the flat. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fires to the middle. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback keeper. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the 1st. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarter.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback You better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right down the middle. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab at the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in the position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
From the gun, running back on the move. Across the 50. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. It's Iamaleava. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Working on the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they're going to get lit up just like that.
Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. A shot toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Iamaleava. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mid on the football.
the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Bruins line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They bring the pressure, and that was a miss-hit. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in a half.
Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being...
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing play in the league.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to buy time. Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
It is perfect. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
So many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Got a man, it's Thomas. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The 12th man more than standing and ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time. The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up man. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
They're working that left side. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks. Going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Caden McNown back in my day. And then recently DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Gives it on the option. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They feed him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had in their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He got loose, almost housed and finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Some misdirection with the counter. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
It's complete to the right. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatened.
good at tight end. A quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the runs.